What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about all the EV stocks that we have been watching. We're also going to talk about the Biden plan that has been rumored of going around of the tax credit. But before we hop into that, we ask you to hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. We're trying to go to 4,000 subs. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop into our private Discord to get you access to the Discord, the community, our portfolios, and the Discord portfolio that we started actually like today. So if you guys want that, you know where it's at. Without further ado, let's give some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So let's start off the video with the overall market kind of thing, thing. I stuttered there for a minute, but yeah, so the market has been kind of treating us good the last couple days. We talked about this earlier this morning in this morning's video, but it has been green days for all these EVs that we've been watching. You know, NIO, XPeng, Lee, CCIV, Tesla, like everything's been good. So yeah, let's go ahead.
If we finish good today, this is going to be the fifth green day in a row for me. Because even that, we had that red day for NIO. Like, we had the 3 green days, and then the next day was red, but my portfolio was still green. Not by a whole lot, but it was still green. So 5 green days in a row, that's, like, I don't even think that's happened this year. So
Right.
Maybe early January. Yeah.
We needed it. Everybody's been hurting. So there's been rumors and talks. I've seen it all over Twitter. I've seen a couple articles about it, but we announced last week, or we talked about it last week, that Biden, had pushed out. He's trying to push out to make America more EV friendly, get us on that track to catch up to China, because we're only like a third of what what China produces in EVs. America is just not with the EV sector yet. It is just like, people love their gasoline cars, their diesels, all of that stuff, and it's really hard to make us change. It really is. So what's the one way to make us change? Money. That makes us change is money. That makes everybody change. So Biden, there's a rumor that Biden is going to be pushing out, I think they said anywhere between $7,500 upwards up to $10,000 in a tax credit for the purchase of an electric vehicle. So that is massive, and I think that's the reason today a lot of these EVs are running up, because of that news. Clearly we saw CCIV. We don't know what the hell happened there. I don't know if this is a part of it, but if we look at it, it just straight up. Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Like, we haven't seen this kind of movement since before the merger announcement. So I think this is fantastic for this stock right here.
Yeah, we haven't found any reason why, but I mean, we'll eventually something will come out and we'll know why. But as of right now, it's a mystery.
There's one of 3 things, man. One of 3 things. It's either pump and dump, big market manipulation, has something to do with the tax credit stuff, or, it's just some news somewhere. But, there was rumors of them partnering with Apple, whether or not that got out somehow. I mean, obviously we haven't seen any articles on it, but if that comes out, and, that's going to be a massive player here if they partner with Apple, because we know Apple's been searching for a company to partner with the EVs. So
yeah, maybe some big company like Fidelity or Vanguard just started loading up.
Right.
Who knows? Right. We'll find out eventually.
Right. But yeah, so, NIO's been on a great tear today as well. If we look at it, I just turned away, but if we look at it, it's up almost 2.5%, 2.25% right now. But
can't complain about
it started off a little slow, but
yeah,
she took off. That's what we want. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, NIO stays this way and it just keeps going up. Another one that we talked about, what was this, yesterday? I think it was, ChargePoint. ChargePoint has been on fire. We were waiting for that pullback because it was up 40% over the last couple days. And then we're like, yo, don't buy it, because clearly it's going to pull back.
Yeah, and in the last 5 days when we made that video, it was up like 47%, and then that's why we sold, because it was way overbought. And then pretty much right after we sold it, it sold off pretty big, and then a day goes by, and then this morning I bought in. I don't know if you can zoom in on the chart at all, but there was a little dip this morning, and that's when I bought, like right in there. I bought when it started going back up, and I mean, sitting pretty good right now. Up 10%.
Up 10%.
I'm up over 10%. And
it's fat,
in one day. So yeah, that's, I mean, we called those pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that, because that's some good profits in just a few days with just ChargePoint. So
right. Tesla again is still. We talked about this morning too. Tesla's still holding on. It's kind of like just on that break-even point. It's not really making any plays right now. I did expect this though from the run it had yesterday, but clearly we did see it pull back this morning. But there's not a whole lot you could do. They're just.
Yeah, I mean it's common when a stock goes up pretty good most of the time the next day, or just sometimes even during the day, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back down.
Right. Well, if we look at if kind of just bouncing around in the video, but if we look at the Fintel for NIO, I mean, people are still buying this up like crazy, man. I mean, just last couple days, just thousands. I mean, 15 million shares into Vanguard, like 14 million another Vanguard fund. Like, this is ridiculous. Just millions of shares.
Yeah, Vanguard's loading up. So that's good
then,
for NIO because Vanguard's huge. So
right. I mean, they're just as big as Fidelity and
ETFs.
stuff.
Yeah. So it's good that they're putting it into their ETFs. That's really good.
Right. And then if we look at the NIO chart that we always look at this all the time. I like to keep an eye on this at least daily, just so I can kind of see where things are going. But for the RSI, we're still sitting below that 50, and we're still well below that 50-day moving average. And the full STO again is still at that 50. This is pretty much the perfect storm on where we want it to be. Yeah. Obviously, we'd like to be above the 50-day moving average, but we got to work our way back up there. But to me, this tells me this thing is still somewhat oversold, and there's still people wanting to buy. It's just a matter of the people buying it up. So
and I know a lot of people want to see just like day after day of 10 to 20%, and that would be nice, but I'd rather have 2 to 5% every day, because it's not as likely to sell off. If it's going up 20% every day, people are just going to sell out, and you're not really going to make any progress. So I would rather just go up like 2 to 5%. Because since it's long term, since it's a long term hold. But look up charge point real quick. So they're almost 60 on the RSI. So it's kind of
So that tells me that if you look down here at the full STO again, it's way above the 50. It is hanging around there, 50-day moving average, and it is above the 50 there as well. So maybe we'll see more of a pullback tomorrow.
Right. With the full STO being that high, it's probably going to. So
That and it's been running up like crazy still, so you might see a little bit of a pullback tomorrow. It's just kind of, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe that's what we think. That's what we're gonna go with. We'll find out. There's only one way to find out, and that's just to wait. But that's pretty much gonna wrap this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps us support the channel. Also, hit that sub button. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given us so far. Also, link in the description for all that stuff. The Patreon, Discord, all of that good stuff is down below. But again, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.